Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. It's another edition of our videos. I believe you've kind of learned one or two things from the past edition. Thank you guys, and don't forget to please like this video, share it with your loved ones, and input your comments. I love those comments because we can better interact. And I have today with me someone that I've been chasing for like months. He's a very busy guy, and finally he's here with me today, and he's gonna be sharing his own story with you guys. Please don't miss this edition. Just pay utmost attention to everything that we're gonna be discussing tonight. I have with me Scott Duncan. He's from the United Kingdom, and he's gonna be sharing his story with us as well. And he's a mindset coach. He's a colleague as well in the space of mindset, teaching people and believing in impacting the society at large. Because trust me, to hire this guy is a top notch, right? But he believes in the masses. That's why he's here to speak with us and to tell you that regardless of what you're going through now, you are not alone. Hi Scott, how are you doing today?
Hi, thank you so much for having me on here. I am fantastic. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, so I'm Scott Duncan, life and business coach. I have a plumbing and heating business, boiler installation, service and repair business, and from that I've moved into life and business coaching, just from my experience and what I've been through, and many people as possible that are struggling, maybe stuck in a rut and needing help getting out of it, whether that be in general life or in their business, just anywhere in their life. And I just want to help people. It's my mission.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And for the audience that are just joining us for the first time, I will tell you we are here to synthesize the society. We want to tell them that regardless of what they are going through now, they are not alone. Either through the effect of the post-pandemic era that we are in now, or the fact that the experts believe that the world is in recession now. I believe so many people are going through one or two challenges, but we want to pass the message across to them that regardless of what you're going through now, you are not alone. Trust me, each and everybody you're looking at outside there, be it the billionaires, the millionaires, the thousandaires, name it, they've gone through one or two challenges and they've put in some things in place to overcome these challenges. That is why they are where they are today. And if you can implement the same thing they've put in place to overcome their challenges, I can assure you the sky is the beginning of what you can achieve. So I haven't made mention of that. I'll go back to my colleague that is here with us today. Scott, I want you to share with our audience a particular time in life where you kind of hit the rock bottom. What kind of happened then, and what did you put in place to overcome these challenges?
Yeah, well, just going back to what you were saying about the COVID and everything that's going on around us, it got me thinking there. I was just thinking about how so many people are living their lives, reacting to everything that's going on, and they're fearful of everything because of what's going on in the world. And all of that really, obviously it has a big impact on how you feel and what's going on, but you can choose to let that affect you, or you can work on yourself and better yourself from the inside and build yourself up to be capable of dealing with everything that's going on the outside. And so going back, I started my plumbing and heating business. I served my time as a plumbing and heating engineer. I did a bit of traveling around Australia and Southeast Asia, and came back from that. Didn't really know what I was wanting to do thought about going offshore, working in the oil industry. So I did a little bit doing that. I got into the oil industry, but also started working on my own, thinking, this is the life. I will get all my time back. I'll get lots of freedom and everything. You know, all the good stuff that you. Well, this is what I thought would be having a business would be like. You know, I thought it would be nice. I knew that it would be hard work at the start, but I thought very quickly it would become easy, and you know, it was a much nicer picture I had in my mind than what it actually is, or what it was, sorry. And so I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Started my own business, and I would work all of the time, working every single day. You know, even when I got home from work, I would still be working because I was wearing all different hats. You know, bookkeeper, you know, everything. You know, everything to do with running a business, the marketing, absolutely everything. And then I started to get a little bit of help from my wife, and then we had our firstborn little girl, and then, you know, my wife didn't have time to do that, so then I'm still doing that. And it got to a point where I was constantly in my head working. Even when I was on holiday, I would be in my head working, and I'd have my phone in my pocket or at the side of my sun lounger or whatever, and I'd be answering the phone and never really being present in the moment, enjoying the moment. And this went on for quite a while. It got to the point where I thought that was just normal. You know, it was normal to run a business and be available all of the time, dealing with things all of the time. In a plumbing and heating business, there's things go wrong. There's problems. There's probably problems in most businesses, but in a plumbing and heating business, there's stuff going on all the time when people are depending on their heat to heat their homes, and if they've got leaks and things like that, it's kind of urgent. So yeah, it got to the point, even at weekends, I would be round at a friend's house with my family, and I would still be working, still in my head, working on my phone, dealing with things. And it got to a point where that was who I was. It became my identity. I was just the grafter that they call me, the worker. So I would be, Scott's always busy, he's on his phone, he's doing this, and it became normal. And it got to a point where I was so stressed. I was thinking, is this really what it's all about? Feeling really low, you know, I would go through spells of, you know, I would be drinking alcohol, and it wasn't like mass consumption or anything like that, but I would be drinking it, and I didn't know at the time, but I know now that it was because I wasn't happy, you know, I wasn't fully, because it was a way of relieving the stress, but it's not a healthy way. You know, drinking alcohol, I saw the other day that it releases cortisol. After, you know, if you drink alcohol for the time afterwards, even if you're having just one beer a day or one every couple of days, cortisol in your body gets released and causes, you know, it's stress. It's a stress hormone. So I was doing that, adding to the stress that I already had, and didn't even realize it. So I started, it got to a point where I was either going to quit the business, or, you know, I didn't know what to do. I was going to try and get a job somewhere else and, you know, go back to that. But I'd built up to this point, and I had a few employees under me as well, which I still do. And I came across, I started looking different places, I'm looking for help, you know, looking for some way of getting out of it. And I started a course, and it was a business course, and the first month was mindset and personal development. And instantly, when I was doing the course, I thought, this is for me, you know, I like this stuff. I loved learning about the mind, the brain, body, and everything. And I started to work on myself from that day, just constantly working on myself every single day, either reading books, doing other courses to do with mindset and personal development. finding your inner power and everything. And every single day developed a morning routine, evening routine, new habits, and built a positive mindset. And now I started to learn a lot about emotions and everything as well, cultivating good emotions. And it's got to the point now, it has been for quite a long time, that every single day is a good day for me. You know, there's not a day that isn't a good day, even if there is stuff in the external world that's happening in my life or in my business. I can deal with it. Nothing bothers me. Even like little things like I'm married. I've got a wife, Emma, who I adore. There would be little things when I'm stressed. When I was stressed before, I would have picked on little things here and there because I was in a stressed state, and that doesn't happen anymore. You know, even if something does, if I have the thought about something that might have bothered me before, I have the thought and I watch the thought and I deal with it in a different way because I've learned how to deal with it. And a massive transformation for me. And now it's my mission to help anybody that is going through any sort of situation like that, or even, you know, I've been messaging some other. I can't actually mention them for privacy reasons, but you know, they're just trying to get through a point in their professional career, and I'm trying to help them through that, through their mindset, through beliefs, and trying to help them through that, through their values and their beliefs, and seeing if we can get them somewhere.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for sharing
that's pretty much my transformation, a bit about my life and how amazing it is now, and hopefully somebody can take something from that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this. I believe what you've shared with our audience today is exactly what anyone that want to move, transition from, you know, being a self-employer to creating a business need to understand, because it's two different things. At a particular time in life, you were self-employed. And when you were self-employed, you were doing multitasking, doing all the job that like 4 or 5 people ought to be doing. And you are on holiday, and you know that even while on holiday, you still have to fill the gap, except unless you're going to lose your clients or lose some things, or things will break out without you. So who do you want to be? I'm asking you guys that are listening to us today. I remember the book that I read by Robert Kiyosaki some years back, which is Cash Flow Quadrants. I'm not sure if you've seen the book. It's an amazing book for any self-employment. He said there's 4 there's a cash flow quadrant, and he divided into 4 like this, just like having a cross and a horizontal and a vertical line. Then the 4th space, you have the E. Those are the people that are making money from employment, or the employers. They get paid by their manager or whoever the owner of the company is, and anything can happen if you're in that space, and you can even to a very good extent determine how to live your life. And the second one is the self-employer, which was where Scott found himself at a particular time in life, and you can see what he was going through then. Is that what you want? And the third one is the people that create their own business, the like of what Scott is doing now, Microsoft, Tesla, the like of all these big people. They are people that have created a system. They've put in a system in place that even if they are not there for years, the system will keep working. And the 4th scope is the investment. These are the people that invest in stock. They invest in any other thing that has to do with property, that have to do with any kind of investment that is legit. These are the 4, quadrants that has to do with how to make money, but the decision is left to you. What do you want to be? Do you want to be stressed, or you want to create opportunity, not just for you, but the generation to come? That okay, I'm building a system in place that even if I'm not here again, people can still remember that a man by the body of Oshe has lived on this earth. Scott Duncan has been here and he has made impact on this life. Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. Scott, we have a tradition. And we're about to round up now. Our tradition is this kind of person. I believe that if just one person is gonna watch this video and we take one thing away from this video, that will be sufficient for me. You get it? So I will ask you this question. If one person is gonna take one thing away from this edition, what do you want that message to be?
Okay, so I would say if any of you out there are struggling, if you're stuck in a spot and you feel that you're not happy, you're not enjoying life, you're not enjoying your business or whatever is going on in your life, and you're just in a sticky situation, get some help. Look for help and take the help, because there are people out there that can help you get out of the situation that you are in and move you much quicker than you being stuck there and being unhappy. You've only got one life. You can't just stick in this position for too long, being unhappy. Whatever the situation is, there are people out there that can help you. Get the help and your life can be transformed.
I love that. I so much love that. You just nailed it. Like each and every speakers, I would say 90% of the people that I've interviewed here, they've mentioned the same thing that you just mentioned in a different way.
Okay, yeah.
But they never nailed it the way you just nailed it. That get help. They will tell you, look for a coach. They will tell you, do this, do that. You cannot do it alone. Each and everyone keeps saying this. At that point that you've hit the rock bottom or you're going through life challenges, you need to seek advice. You need to seek people that have seek out for people that have gone through exactly what you're going through today, so that they will show you what they've done. They've done it already. So it's just like they will tell you, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and before you know it, you are out of it. Yes, you can do it alone, but it might take you 10 years. And with the assistance of someone that have been there before, to take you maybe 5 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, let's say at worst 5 years, compared to doing it alone for 10 years. So please, Scott, I really appreciate your time once again. Thank you for this time. And should people want to reach out to you, maybe they have 1 or 2 questions, or they need you to, be there with them and coach them on how to become a better version of themselves, how can they reach out to you?
Thank you so much for having me on here. It's been great talking. The best way to get me would be on one of my social media accounts, Scott Duncan, or you can find me Rise, being the best you every day, or my email address info@startthebest.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I will definitely tag you in of the video as well. And if you want to reach out to him, to just click on the link, you can find it easily. Thank you for my audience for your time today. I appreciate it. Thank you. And please endeavor to like this video, share it with your loved one, and your comment. And thank you once again, Scott, for your time. Do have a
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.